Have you ever seen someone get roasted on their own show? Well, that just happened. Lisa Leslie didn't hold back, and Angel Reese was right there, mic in hand. No fluff, no filter, just a WNBA legend saying the one thing fans have been too polite to say until now. And what did she say exactly? Could it shake the league? Stick around because the footage and what's hiding at the end of this video will blow your mind. Let's break down what actually happened here. Lisa Leslie shows up as a guest on Angel Reese's podcast, but instead of following the usual guest playbook, safe compliments and softball questions, Leslie completely threw the script away. Her exact words: "The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period. Like, we're gonna fix that. That's fixable for you." No warning, no sugarcoating, just raw, unfiltered coaching advice on air. When does that ever happen? Guests don't walk onto somebody else's show and deliver that kind of brutal honesty. That's reserved for close practice sessions and locker rooms. What makes this 10 times more intense? This came from Lisa Leslie, 3-time MVP, 4 Olympic golds, WNBA champion. When someone with that resume identifies a weakness in your game, that hits different. This wasn't some random critique, this wasn't a diss. This was a legend saying, "Here's what's holding you back from greatness," and she said it with everyone watching. The most jaw-dropping part? Leslie didn't bury this comment among compliments. She presented it as the fundamental issue holding Reese back. Talk about an unexpected coaching moment. Most podcast conversations are just fluff and promotion, but this turned into a masterclass on brutal honesty. And now, let's get into the cold, hard facts. Angel Reese is shooting just 40% on 2-pointers this season. For a post player who spends most of her time near the basket, that's absolutely disastrous. Need some perspective? Most WNBA post players convert at least 50% of their 2-point shots. The elite ones hit around 55% or higher. Aaliyah Boston, she's knocking down 53% of her shots. Even Tina Charles, who nobody considers an elite finisher by today's standards, is sitting at 47%. That's a full 7 percentage points higher than Reese. Layups are supposed to be the easiest, most automatic shots in basketball. When your job is to score close to the basket and you're missing 60% of those attempts, something is seriously wrong. What makes this situation completely head-scratching is that Angel dominates the offensive glass. She shows elite instincts and hustle for rebounds. She positions herself perfectly to grab those boards, but then, boom! Those hard-earned second chances go to waste because she can't convert what should be easy buckets. Among the top 30 scorers in the WNBA, Angel hits dead last in 2-point efficiency. Not just below average, we're talking rock bottom. These aren't shots from the parking lot, these are layups from a 6 feet 3 inch elite athlete who can out-jump and out-muscle most opponents. The internet never forgets, and Angel Reese's missed layups have gone mega viral. We've all seen those clips. Reese is grabbing an offensive rebound, nobody's around her, and then clank, off the backboard. Or those fast break opportunities where she beats everyone down the court, receives a perfect pass, and somehow misses the layup by a mile. These aren't contested shots with defenders all over her. These are wide open opportunities where NBA players should be picking which dunk to throw down, not worrying about making the shot at all. The public embarrassment factor here is off the charts. As one commentator put it, this is why people change the channel. When casual fans tune in to watch the WNBA and see professional athletes repeatedly missing shots that high school players make consistently, they grab the remote. One viral clip shows Reese missing 4 layups in a row with nobody around her. After that 4th miss, viewers aren't sticking around. These moments aren't just bad statistics, they're visuals that spread like wildfire for all the wrong reasons. Each missed wide-open layup chips away at her reputation and the league's credibility in real time. And let's keep it a buck. This became everyone's problem when these clips started trending. No cap, it's giving secondhand embarrassment to fans who want to see women's basketball succeed. Here's where things get really interesting. Basketball analysts aren't just talking about bad technique anymore. Some are comparing Angel's struggles to the yips. What's that, you ask? It's that weird psychological block where athletes suddenly lose the ability to perform simple skills they've mastered 1,000 times. It's like a short circuit between the brain and the body where overthinking causes a total mechanical breakdown. Is Angel second-guessing herself under the basket? Is she rushing? Because for a player with her athletic gifts, these misses make zero sense from a physical standpoint. The real head-scratcher here is that Reese has extraordinary coordination and timing. Her rebounding numbers prove that. She can track the ball in flight, time her jumps perfectly, and secure rebounds in traffic. Yet somehow, that same coordination vanishes when it's time to put the ball in the hoop from close range. We're talking about a 6'3" elite athlete shooting 40% from two-point range. Youth basketball coaches expect better percentages from middle schoolers. College players who shoot that poorly usually don't even get minutes, let alone make it to the pros. What's actually happening in Angel's head when she approaches the basket? Because physically, she has all the tools. Her rebounding and defensive timing show elite coordination, but all that seems to disappear when she's right under the rim, and the WNBA doesn't give you years to figure this out. This league moves fast. You either fix your weakness or someone takes your spot. This moment with Lisa Leslie isn't just about Angel Reese. Listen to what Leslie actually said. I got to call out all the post players who just can't do the fundamentals, can't do the bare minimum, can't make a layup off the board, can't make a touch off the glass. Whoa, Lisa Leslie just exposed a league-wide problem. When a legend has to publicly call out an entire position group, you know the issue has reached critical mass. Leslie sees something concerning a sweeping problem threatening the entire WNBA. According to her, many players simply abandon the fundamentals once they reach the professional level. That insight from someone who dominated the paint for years reveals a troubling shift in priorities. There is also this trend of post players trying to expand their games to the perimeter instead of perfecting what should be their bread and butter. While versatility is valuable, it shouldn't come at the expense of mastering the basics. When players who spend most of their time near the basket can't consistently convert those opportunities, something is fundamentally wrong with the approach to player development. Leslie isn't picking on Angel. She's sounding an alarm about a crisis in women's basketball fundamentals that extends from development leagues right up to the pros. This isn't a targeted diss, this is a wake-up call from someone who built her legacy in the paint, watching a new generation abandon the very skills that made her dominant. Let's talk about the bigger consequences here. This layup issue isn't just hurting Angel Reese's stats, it's damaging the entire WNBA's reputation and growth potential. Casual viewers tune in, excited to see elite athletes, only to witness professional players missing point-blank shots repeatedly. And what happens next? They change the channel and tell their friends about what they saw. Every missed layup costs the league viewers, credibility, and potential fans. This isn't about hating, it's about the product on the floor needing to match the hype. The WNBA has been hustling for years to expand its audience. They've invested in marketing, media deals, and partnerships, but none of that matters if new viewers tune out when they see fundamental skills missing. It's like inviting someone to an expensive restaurant and serving them undercooked food. They're not coming back, and they're definitely warning others away. That's the ripple effect of these missed opportunities. They create a negative impression that's hard to overcome. Lisa Leslie understands this perfectly. The missed layup problem has created a vicious cycle. Poor fundamentals lead to missed easy shots, which leads to frustrated viewers changing channels, which leads to lower ratings, which ultimately limits the league's growth and resources. The future of the WNBA might literally depend on whether players commit to mastering these basics. Without that foundation, all the promotional campaigns in the world won't build a sustainable audience. The one silver lining in Leslie's critique? She believes the problem is fixable, but that fix doesn't come without serious work. According to Leslie, Reese needs to be putting up 200 to 300 shots a day. Not just any shots, layups specifically. We're talking about dedicated, focused repetition on the most fundamental skill in basketball. The real issue might be that some players reach the NBA and stop grinding on the basics. As one commentator noted, once you get to the W, you literally have everything at your disposal. You call your trainers up and meet me at the gym. You call your coach up and meet me in the office. You call your teammates up, let's get together collectively and start working on some things. There's no excuse for regression once you reach the professional level. If anything, your fundamentals should get sharper with more resources and focused training time. Lisa Leslie's advice was crystal clear. Pump fake, slow down, look at the rim. Simple concepts, but they require discipline and repetition to become second nature under pressure. Layups aren't about flash, they're about control, balance, and composure. The players who master these basics create a foundation that allows them to add more complex skills later on, but you can't build a house on a shaky foundation. The good news though, this isn't rocket science, this isn't about reinventing Angel's game. It's all about going back to Basketball 101 and putting in the hours. Here's what we need to keep in mind. Angel Reese was openly called out by one of the greatest legends in women's basketball, and instead of editing it out, she left that moment right there in the final cut of her podcast. That says a lot, not just about how she sees herself, but about how much she's willing to face reality. And now, the question becomes, what does she do next? Will she take that criticism, tighten up her game, and prove she belongs in the conversation with the best? Or is this where her growth hits a wall? Because shooting 40% from inside the arc isn't just a stat, it's a statement, and right now, that number is standing between her and true greatness. This moment goes far beyond just Angel Reese. It's a turning point for the image of WNBA post players in general. Fans are watching, critics are talking, and the expectations are rising. If players don't adjust, if they don't elevate, the audience won't wait. The truth is, the future of the WNBA might come down to something as simple as whether those layups start going in. Was Lisa Leslie right to say what she said, or did she go too far? We want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, because this conversation isn't ending anytime soon, not until that field goal percentage starts rising. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that notification bell so you never miss a moment. We'll be right here keeping you updated with all the latest WNBA drama, highlights, and hard truths. And speaking of drama, jealousy just hit a whole new level. Caitlin Clark's Netflix debut with David Letterman is lighting up headlines, and let's just say, not everyone in the WNBA is cheering. Let's break it down.